to work the box. So in your ranch trail, your box should be 7 or 8 feet. So the smallest they can go per AQHA rules in your city trail is 6 feet. So to measure that, it's 6 feet from the back, from the inside of the back pole to the inside of the front pole, and from each side. So it should be 6 feet each way. You have your standard penalties, which will be your 3 points for stepping outside every time you step outside, the obstacle, your usual for evading, etc., etc. When I ride the box, whichever way it says to turn, and the pattern may or may not say which way to turn. If it doesn't say which way to turn, then you can just pick your direction. Let's say it says come into the box, do a 360, walk out of the box. I'm gonna aim for the left side of the box so I can give myself more room. Now, there's no requirement to have to spin in the box. You do not have to do a rotation on the hind end. You just have to circle in the box. So what I do is I come into the box on whatever side I'm opposite of I'm turning on. I'm gonna look at that center because that's where I want my horse's feet to go. And I'm just gonna pull the inside rein, or if I'm one-handed, I'm gonna pull the shoulders around. And my horse is gonna walk a little circle, and then I'm gonna walk out of the box. Okay, so same thing in the other direction. If the pattern calls for a 360 to the left, I'm gonna come in on the right side of the box. I'm gonna look to the center, I'm gonna turn my horse around, and I'm gonna exit. You know, if you can actually rotate on the hind legs, that's degree of difficulty, but it's not a requirement. And first and foremost, we want to get a 0 on that obstacle. Right? We'd much rather get a 0 than a -1 or a 3-point penalty. So let's start by if you can actually get it correct first, and then we can add a degree of difficulty. So if you're heading to a show this weekend, you haven't done the box before, do it this way. There's a little bit of complication that comes in play when some of the patterns will be trot into the box. So if you're new to showing or new to ranch trail, highly recommend you trot to the first pole, step into the box. It's really hard to get that stride in the box unless your timing is really good or you've got a horse that stops really quick. Again, you might end up, because you didn't actually stop in the box, with a -1/2, but if everything's executed correctly, that -1/2 is easy to pick up somewhere else. And this is where strategy comes in when it comes to competing. All right, we're gonna do the ranch trail box. We're gonna pretend it's a left hand 360. Because it's ranch trail, we don't want to hesitate. We want to step right up in. I'm going to keep his feet walking so we use all of the box, but I'm going to keep my eye down at the center. I'm just going to turn him around and then exit the box.